MishHands496 here with another posing review. This was requested pretty much by two people. I got two different requests to do different posing reviews, and I kind of just put them together. So yeah, so the first request came from the reviewer 883, and he requested an X-Men versus the Brotherhood pose. And as you can see, that's exactly what this is. And then I also did get a request from Amy Shannon for a Deadpool pose. So I did the same thing, just I absolutely used Deadpool in this pose, and I tried to do something pretty decent with Deadpool, so that, you know, Deadpool did get the spotlight, but still this would be an X-Men versus the Brotherhood pose. So that's what I did here. So pretty much 2 for 1 in this one, and yeah. So lots of different stuff happening in this. First of all, just start off with the two main characters of either side. You've got Magneto versus X-Men, a pretty standard thing, nothing too spectacular happening here. Just you got Magneto with his hands out, pretty much just stopping Wolverine in his tracks, and, you know, has his hands out because he can't move his arms and anything. I've always been a fan of that, of Magneto's powers, and so I definitely wanted to go with something like that, and not do like a hand-to-hand combat thing, because I just don't think that Magneto's good for that. And then over to the right, you have Beast versus Sabretooth. Nothing too spectacular happening, just Sabretooth pretty much lunged forward to get Beast, and then just Beast kind of grabbed his wrists, trying to hold him back from getting him. And then in the back towards the right, you've got Cyclops versus Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is using her powers to stop him from using his hand to press the laser beam on his face. That pose is pretty much the same idea that was happening in my last pose, the X-Men versus the Avengers. So pretty much the same concept there. I did in that video get a comment from somebody saying that he doesn't actually need to press his goggles because he has the buttons on his fingers. So you know, that pretty much, you know, blows that theory, but what I'm just doing here is that's just, I always, whenever I see Cyclops, I always think that he's pressing the button on the side of his goggles, so that's what I'm just going with this, because I've always known that, you know, just I've always thought that, I mean, and in the movies, that's pretty much how he did it too, so I'm just gonna go with the buttons on the side of his goggles. So that's what this pose, that's what's happening, even if it's not quite accurate, that's what's happening here, the buttons on the side of his goggles and not on his fingers. And then to the back, to the left, you've got Juggernaut versus Cyclops. I've got a Bane and Batman kind of thing going on. Juggernaut is slamming Colossus over his knee, breaking his back pretty much. You know, Juggernaut looks so cool doing that, and Cyclops is such a big character. I really just like that pose. I think it looks really cool. And then all the way to the left, you have Iceman versus Multiple Man, and pretty much just Iceman is just freezing him. So although they're all in a frozen position, if this was the battle, Multiple Man would not be moving because he'd be frozen. So nothing too special there, but just, you know, I wanted to add something a little extra, so I added those two in. Now we get to Deadpool, that part of the review. You've got Deadpool versus Mystique. It's kind of hard to see. I will move the camera, but Mystique is actually holding a dagger from Deadpool. So pretty much in my thinking is that he threw the dagger at her and she caught it before she. Oh, hold on a second. I'm almost out of charge. Alright, very sorry about that, I had to stop for a second. But as I was saying, Deadpool throws a dagger at her and she catches it right before it hits her face, and then she starts shooting at him and he blocks the bullets with his sword, much like in X-Men Origins, how Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool did it like that. And I did actually cut out a piece of paper so it looked like it was, the bullet was like hitting the star, or sorry, hitting his blades. So here's what I cut out. Focus on Deadpool and not Juggernaut. Let's see. There we go. So there you got the little star there, like it was shooting and ricocheting off that. So yeah. Then you got Magneto. There he is. He's lunging forward at him. That's a good angle for it. This scenario. There's Wolverine. Absolutely love this shot, very cool. And yeah, and then here's Mystique. Here she is stopping the dagger. So yeah, so you can see it like that. So there you go. So this is pretty much a combination of 2 requests, and because one of the requests was just for one of these figures, I tried to do at least a little something special with Deadpool by making like the star like it was ricocheting off, by actually doing a little extra to make it a little bit more about Deadpool. And there you go. So thank you for both of the requests. That turned out to be this fairly large battle. And tell me how you liked it. If you have a request for a posing video, don't be shy. Let me know and I'll get right to it. So there you go. Thank you for watching.